Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now September 21st of 2021, and as we get closer to the official release of the Book of Boba Fett's trailer and the actual release of the series, a lot of fans have been very curious about what Jon and Dave really have up their sleeves when it comes to their new tricks and plans for the new Star Wars universe. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and check me out on there. I do post a couple of fun things and entertaining things from time to time. Now, we're in a very interesting state right now when it comes to Star Wars. We are getting closer to the Book of Boba Fett. Also, the ObiWan Kenobi series coming out next year in 2022. By far the most anticipated Star Wars project since the last couple of years, right? You know, we haven't really had something so much that the fans are looking forward to since a very long time ago. And I think that this one particular show really is going to deliver based on what they are pouring into the series and how they're connecting it to the prequel trilogy era. But moving on from all of this, we do know that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, they are very busy people. They have their hands full right now. They're working on over a dozen projects. More Star Wars shows are about to be announced by this November by Disney CEO Bob Chapek, Gerge Lucas, Jon and Dave, all for Disney Plus Day. And then we have more at Star Wars Celebration. New, of course, announcements as well. So that's going to be the third batch of announcements. So, with that being said, we do know that Jon and Dave are also already beginning to heavily work on The Mandalorian Season 3, as well as other TV shows out there like the reformed version of Rangers of the New Republic, which is also well into development, and we're not quite sure exactly when that's going to begin filming, but they are already in the early stages of creating that new show and building it from the ground up again. So, with that being said, what's really intriguing has everything to do with what Lucasfilm had to say about Kathleen Kennedy, now that, of course, both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are getting ready to promote the Book of Boba Fett by this October with the debut of its first trailer. They are also in the middle of filming The Mandalorian Season 3 that is going to have many more surprises for the fans that will take Star Wars in a brand new direction. However, recently both Jon and Dave have been making key changes to the Star Wars franchise moving forward that's going to be used for the shows and in the new lore. However, in a recent interview with a Lucasfilm spokesperson about Star Wars, the spokesperson was questioned about their direction with the franchise from 2015 until 2019. She went on to explain that I believe that when we take a closer look at what the fans wanted to see when it involved the characters that they loved, is that there was no real vision intact, and that the plans for the sequel trilogy were choppy and not too well put together. I remember both, of course, Kathleen Kennedy and J.J. Abrams getting ready, of course, to talk together about what they should actually do with the structure of the sequel trilogy, and the honest truth is that there strictly was no real plan for the three movies at all, let alone with the solo films, like, of course, the Han Solo spin-off and Rogue One at the time. I know that Episode 9 was something that was being done in a state of panic, trying to get this script done as fast as possible, and I knew that we were already making mistakes. She goes on to state that Kathleen Kennedy didn't have the complete vision that George had. We see that Kathleen Kennedy didn't have that actual, Star Wars feeling overall, and that overall vision that George always had for many years. We see that now and moving forward, that is what we want to do with the upcoming Star Wars shows that I believe won't disappoint by keeping Gerge Lucas intact. When the spokesperson was questioned about other aspects of Lucasfilm's failure with the sequels, she unveils that I know that Kennedy did not want to listen to the fans, any of them in fact. Actually, this was also Rian Johnson's philosophy as well, was to not listen to, of course, or take fans' advice or anything like that, to prevent catering to everybody. This is what JJ tried to do with Episode 9, but it wasn't done in the right way. It was all over the place and not well structured. You saw Palpatine, you saw Rey becoming a Skywalker, you saw the Reylo concept. Believe it or not, Gerge Lucas was involved with many scenes for that feature film, and Kathleen Kennedy eventually had a change of heart and wanted to take a step back from George's vision, which I believe was a great mistake to make. But we here at Lucasfilm are now focused on treating the fans to the best of our ability. We want to make sure that the fans are going to have a fun time, like Dave told you in that special. We want to deliver that good feeling for the fans. Additionally, separate from all of this, Kathleen Kennedy is still having trouble with the Acolyte series with some of the rewrites that are taking place right now for the series that was initiated after the firing of some co-writers for the series, and filming is unlikely to begin this year. That's actually set to begin next year at this point. So everything about Kathleen Kennedy is becoming more and more clear. I'm sure that you guys saw what Gerge Lucas' ex-wife just said a day or two ago. Big deal. That really just goes to show you exactly what's been going on with Gerge Lucas, and it does in fact make a lot more sense as to why Gerge Lucas had a grudge with Kathleen Kennedy and even did not attend the premiere for episode 9. He himself did not even go to the premiere of episode 9. I don't know if you guys knew this, but that was all because of this very specific tension that both Gerge Lucas and Kathleen Kennedy were involved in. You know, there was some kind of problems between themselves, and we all know why. We all understand why, you know, that there are problems between the two. So, basically, Lucasfilm coming out now and admitting the truth more and more about, you know, Kathleen Kennedy's lack of vision and lack of responsibility and lack of respect for the fans. We can see that this is becoming a bigger and bigger topic. To be honest with you, I think that this is being said because of what, you know, Gerge Lucas' ex-wife said a couple of days ago. So now Lucasfilm is trying to create some form of damage control or create a better image for themselves. That's at least how I see things. I don't know about you guys, but that's at least how I see things. Is that this is all Lucasfilm trying to create this illusion, if you will, that they actually care, when in reality I don't think that they really care all that much, but they do care about their business. They do. They want to make sure that they're going to cater to the fans. Whether all of this is genuine or not, I guess it doesn't matter, as long as it's really going to be dedicated to the fans and it's going to be rooted to the fandom. Of course, Jon and Dave, they are passionate. They are the guys that are making this happen. But what I'm saying is, on the business side of things, they can try all they want to make themselves appear like they care about the fans, but they don't. Sadly, that's the honest truth, is that they don't. So now we have Jon and Dave doing just that. They are taking care of the fans. They care about the fandom. They want to make sure that what they can do for the next couple of years and beyond is really going to be quite something else. That it's going to be evolutionary, and it's really going to take Star Wars in a brand new direction. It really will. We already see what they're doing with Mando Season 3, Ahsoka Tano, you know, the Kenobi series. I would say that one series that you know, or more fans are not looking forward to is the Andor show. You know, there's a handful of fans out there that, you know, are really heavily looking forward to it, but that, I believe, is the less anticipated show in comparison to Kenobi and Ahsoka, without a doubt. So, with that being said, alright, obviously I think that Lucasfilm is trying to save their image. They're trying to save their image as a company, and that's exactly why you're having more and more spokesperson, you know, coming out, talking about this, and just kind of laying the truth a little bit more out there about Kathleen Kennedy and her direction for Star Wars. So, anyways guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No hiding on the one. From night to moon, we hear them moans again.